Marvel Future Fight. Download now.
Alright, so what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, man. It's your boy. And did y'all hear that voice at the end of the trailer? Because usually we don't get a voiceover. Marvel Future Fight, download now. I know it's not that big a deal, but usually they don't input any kind of voiceover action. So I don't know if this is a new trend coming with the 7th year anniversary. Additionally, as you can see, the update that you've all been waiting for is here. We're getting the villainous update for the Sinister Six, or at least 3 members of the Sinister Six: Green Goblin, Dr. Octopus, and Electro. Unfortunately, no Sandman, no Lizard, no Vulture, no Mysterio, but there is awakened skills being handed out like candy for quite a few of these characters. Alright, so check this out, boys. We got the 412 patch details, and we're coming to you live with 666 views. So you know right away, you gotta pray for your boy, because we're starting off with some demonic type energy, man. It's foul, it's evil, it's diabolical, if you will, but the devil truly is in the details. You could say that this is straight sinister. Check this out, man. In this additional patch, we got new uniforms coming for Green Goblin, Dr. Octopus, and Electro. But here's the sinister part, right? We got a new awakened skill, and we got Transcendence coming for Electro, Mysterio, Vulture, and Sandman. Check this out. They basically took the awakened skill that Dr. Octopus already had, and they're just giving it out like candy right now. No new uniform coming for Mysterio, no new uniform coming for Vulture or Sandman, but they're just gonna take Dr. Octopus's awakened skill and give it to these guys. They're still gonna be trash. Here's the thing that sucks about this, boys. Here's why this is truly sinister. Now that these guys can be transcended, it means they're gonna get put in story mode, which means there's a high chance that next month, or at least a couple months from now, if they get nothing, you guys should probably not transcend them, but that's gonna be costing you fragments. This is so bad, man. I hate when they do this, bro. Like, hopefully these guys get uniforms in the next couple months, or they don't put them in story mode, because that's a real bummer, man. I don't have a problem with the characters who are getting uniforms to bring them up to today's standards, getting a transcendence or an awakened skill, but what the heck are they doing here by giving these old, dusty, decrepit characters that can't do nothing transcendence? Maybe Mysterio can do something, right? But Vulture and Sandman? Oh, hell no, bro. Oh, hell no. Nah, fam. But here's where it gets even worse. There's nothing here for Green Goblin besides his uniform. There's no tier 3. There's no transcendence. There's nothing. So they're kind of holding out on us. My guess is after a week or so, they're going to drop the tier 3 as a surprise for Green Goblin. Otherwise, I'm gonna be mad. You mean to tell me that in December, they hinted that we're gonna get something for Green Goblin. Nothing happened for 4 months. Now he gets a uniform, and then they're like, oh, I guess you'll have to wait and find out if he's gonna get a tier 3. Like, come on, bro. Stop cock teasing us, bro. Anyways, it's a patch. It's a rolling patch, and it's gonna be going live, as you can see right here, 8 p.m. PDT. That's gonna be about 11 p.m. EST. It's gonna be a rolling patch, no maintenance, no nothing. You're just gonna be able to log in, and you're gonna see a patch where you can download. And as I predicted, Green Goblin is going back to being a speed character, so that's really good. His uniform bonus is giving him 15% chain hit damage. That's pretty nice. I wasn't expecting him to get a leadership, but he is kind of a leader, you know, so it's cool that he's getting a true Goblin leadership, and that's going to give him and all of his allies, heroes or villains, which is amazing. Seeing speed characters getting good leaderships, this is a major dub. The problem is he can't be transcended or tier 3, so you can't really use him outside of like ABX, squad battle, or dispatch, right? You're not really going to be using him for PvP. I don't think his kit is built for PvP, but check this out. They made it so that this one can be used with all villains. His previous uniform, he had a similar passive to this one, but it applied only to Dark Avengers. So now he has a leadership that applies to everyone, which gives attack and ignore dodge, which is clutch. And then he also has a really good tier 2 passive that applies to villains that give them 45-45 when it comes to dealing damage to heroes and villains. So this Goblin uniform is actually kind of clutch, even though he can't be transcended or tier 3. But it's kind of a bummer that this is the case. I almost forgot, his new 4-star passive is actually really good. 30% energy attack and the skill damage and bonus damage is nothing to glance over, so I should point that out. Moving on, the 1 skill is just stun and poison damage. 2 skill has burn, creates a shield of 30% of his max HP. That's actually pretty decent. Let's see here. We got, oh, this applies to all allies, 30% dodge, and then he can recover 20% of his max HP, and he gets guaranteed dodge for 5 seconds. This is pretty good. It's interesting. And then we have immunity, and then, oh, wow, he doesn't even have damage accumulation. Oh, boy. So I guess when they give him a tier 3, maybe he's going to have damage accumulation on that. It looks like he's going to be a good leader and support system for villains. But with this, realistically, the only place you're going to be using him is in like Shadowland or Dispatch, maybe ABX, I guess. Well, actually, no. Squad battle. Ooh, Goblin is going to be clutch for squad battle for the speed human supervillain category. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so Dr. Octopus is going back to being combat as I expected. We got 15% max HP recovery here and a 200% damage prot. This is really good. That's whenever he activates his old third skill. Okay, so the third skill is the same. Okay, cool. So whenever he activates his third skill, he's gonna heal and give himself a 200% damage prot. That's pretty cool. Physical attack, leadership, and damage reduction. That's really good. Chain hit damage, guaranteed crit rate. Ooh, boys. This is nice. I said I wanted to see some guaranteed crit rate on him. I never said I wanted to see chain hit damage, but that's nice. So it looks like this man might actually be clutch for ABX. So if you didn't buy Kingpin and you didn't build Apocalypse, it looks like you might have a way to score 7 million with Dr. Octopus, because if he has guaranteed crit rate, it means he's built for a rage. Well, to be honest, his cooldown times are not that long, so he could probably be worked with a proc. But yeah, this is really good. We don't see any damage accumulation on here, so I'm guessing he's just gonna have to rely on his old awakened skill with the 0.5%. But he has really good buffs here, man. 40% all attack and defense, 40% crit rate. Paralysis is nice here. He has bleed, no burn though, so that's kind of a problem. We do have silence. He has 2 of the 3. So I guess they're trying to make Kingpin still relevant because he has silence, which is good. He has paralysis, which is good, but no burn. And there's no burn on his old transcended skill. But still, 2 out of 3 is very, very good. So you're looking like we have a free to play. Well, Kingpin is free to play, but his uniform is more expensive. So it looks like Dr. Octopus might actually be solid for ABX. Moving on, we have Electro. And Electro is coming in with a very similar, ooh, wow, bro, why would you get Electro when he has a weaker support passive than Green Goblin and most people already have Black Cat? I guess if you don't have Black Cat, his leadership is really good. And then if you run his leadership with this 30% and then stack it with Goblin, yeah, I guess you're gonna have to use Bullseye still. Wow, they're really trying to keep Bullseye relevant, eh? Or maybe he could be the GOAT. Maybe he could be the one to replace Bullseye in squad battle, right? Because he does have damage accumulate. Wait, accumulates movement distance upon moving 8 seconds. What the hell is this? He does have damage. I am confused, bro. Like, what is this? Increases all basic damage by 1.2% for every 1% of accumulated movement distance proportional to maximum movement distance. What the bro, this is a new type of movement speed. So basically, it's not based on damage dealt. It's based on how much you move. Yo, this is crazy. What the hell? You can keep it up all the time because it's 8 seconds and a 60-second cooldown. So with max skill cooldown, we're gonna have to see how this works. Movement speed actually matters now. You can rack up extra damage by moving more. You know what? He might actually be built for squad battle, because in squad battle you actually have to run around and collect the light. So while you're collecting the light, your accumulation is actually ramping up. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay, so we got penetration, we got immunity, we got a 30% buff there, we got critical rate, attack, defense, and then some all defense here, super armor. This is interesting. He does have increased damage dealt to people who have the shock effect on them, so that might be PvP related, but if you have debuff removal, that's not gonna matter. And then he can ignore your CTP of authority, damage reduction by 30%. This doesn't apply to bosses. It's very interesting. He might actually become squad battle meta, I'll tell you that. Especially with the V-pad being able to move, that's really, really good for squad battle because you can collect light and move at the same time. So the 3 uniforms can be purchased on the 412 patch at a 40% discount. I will tell you guys, you probably should wait for the 50% discount. That's going to be coming up in like 2 weeks for the anniversary. Moving on, as you can see right here, they decided that they're going to be giving all of these guys, awaken skills, and it's just copy paste, pretty much the exact same thing and the exact same animation for the most part. I'm not really a fan of this, but it makes sense since they already were in the skills. So if they got it, it fits. But the part that I'm not okay with is the fact that they didn't get anything else, you know. But who knows? Maybe like a month, a year, 2 years, they'll finally get something, and then they'll actually be relevant. I personally will not be chasing any of these artifacts. Increased damage dealt to alien characters by 25%. Here's the thing, this might actually be useful for world boss because all of the bosses with the exception of the mutants and Ultron are classified as aliens. But then for creature, it's only really like Adam Warlock and Vision that I can think of off the top of my head that have the creature tag. As for Green Goblin, increases all basic attacks by 26%. That's just whatever, it's just a little bit of extra damage. Sandman decreases damage from superhero factions by 20%, increases max HP by 15%. That's interesting, I guess. Mysterio, ignore dodge by 20%, increased damage dealt to superhero by 20%. Vulture increases critical rate and increases all attack by 20%. Electro increases all basic attacks by 5%, stacks up to 60%. This is similar to what we saw for Drax, and this is when shock skills are used. How many of his skills are shock based? So I'm pretty sure all of them are shock, but let me just check. That's shock, that's shock, that's shock. So yeah, he's gonna stack up really fast, eh? Yeah, that might actually make a difference, a big difference even, depending if you can get like a 5 or 6 star version for squad battle. But I don't know if I'll be chasing it. Additionally, they dropped a hero package. So they're selling Dr. Octopus for 2,500 crystals. Same goes for Green Goblin. Don't buy either one of these. This is garbage. This is just a rip-off. You can buy it if you want to support the game, but you're being ripped off. You might as well spend the same amount of crystals on something else to support the game and actually, you know, come out ahead instead of like wasting crystals. As for these chests right here, I won't be buying them, but if you want crystals and you want to get some additional stuff, it's actually not a bad deal because you can get some 5 and 6 star cards. You can also get some CCF and the chance of getting a 6 star mega rank up ticket. Additionally, there's going to be a discount for unequipping artifacts. In addition to that, there's going to be a ranking event for pretty much all the characters that are getting touched, with the exception of, I believe, Green Goblin. Additionally, there is going to be a Sinister Six chest where you play that mission. It gives you some tokens and you have a chance of getting CTPs, uniform rank up tickets, CCF, EOD, TCP, and a 6 star mega rank up ticket. We also have the uniform options listed ahead of time for us. So for Electro, we have Baron Zemo, which is kind of bad because Electro is becoming a better leader, or just as good a leader as Zemo, and he also has a support passive. Same goes for Green Goblin, and all three of them are in the exact same category: speed, human, supervillains. So his value is just diminishing with every passing update. Well, not every passing update, but as the months roll over, he's becoming more and more useless. It's sad. At least he has his dance though. That's pretty unique. Anyways, this is a trash uniform. This is a trash uniform. This is trash. President Loki's pretty good. Moving on. Sabretooth trash. This is amazing. This is amazing. This is trash. And Ghost Rider is good for squad battle. Moving on. Trash, trash, trash. Okay, trash. So that's pretty much it for the uniform options. And yeah, that's pretty much all that they gave us today. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section. Are you upset? I know I am. No Green Goblin tier 3? What are you guys doing? At least now we know that he's not going to be getting an awaken skill. Because if he was going to get an awaken skill, they would have included him in some way with the other members of the Sinister Six. So this tells us that they're probably going to drop a tier 3 for him in a week or 2 weeks from now. They're saving it and they're going to drop it on its own week, like what they did with Emma Frost's uniform for the Hellfire Gala. I guess they want to buy some more time before Multiverse of Madness, so they're going to give us Green Goblin now, and in a week or 2 weeks they're going to drop his tier 3 so that we have something to play with, and then they're going to start dropping sneak peeks and then bleed us into Multiverse of Madness. So this is good in one sense that a lot of people don't have a lot of speed books right now. So this gives you more time to get speed books without having to buy the Titan record drop thing from World Boss Legend. Catch you guys in the next one. Leave me your thoughts. I look forward to playing with Dr. Octopus and Electro.